Newscraft Studio.
What does the NDA win in Bihar mean for stock markets? National Democratic Alliance's NDA's historic win in Bihar is set to boost the market sentiment in the near term, analysts said on Monday. The unprecedented win in the Bihar elections 2025, surpassing exit poll predictions, comes at a time when the markets were digesting other enabling factors, such as a cavalry of reforms and growth stimulative measures from the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, and the Government of India, GOI. A confluence of these, analysts believe, could create a strong blend for a likely stable uptrend for Indian equities in the months ahead. On the bourses, the BSE Sensex index added 282 points in the intraday trade, while the Nifty 50 gained 70 points. Bihar election results 2025, key takeaways. The NDA made a clean sweep with 202 seat wins in the Bihar Assembly elections vs 122 seats in the previous election. There was a clear shift in seats from the RJD to the NDA-led JDU, with a gain of 42 seats, while the BJP gained 15 seats at the cost of the Congress, minus 13 seats, vs the previous election. The highest turnout, 71.6%, among women played a crucial role in this election, as it exceeded male turnout by approximately 9 percentage points. The recently launched Mukhyamantri Mahila Rozgar Yojana, wherein 10,000 rupees was transferred to one woman per family, played its role in increasing the turnout among women. Bihar Elections 2025 Results Analysis. What does NDA's win mean for Indian politics? According to analysts at JM Financial Institutional Equities, the decisive NDA mandate in Bihar, and the magnitude of shift in votes from the opposition parties, RJD and Congress, sends a clear signal of the political appeal of the BJP and its allies. We believe that with 85 seats, the JDU is currently in a commanding position in the alliance, which will provide it greater negotiating power at the center, it said. Notably, Bihar has traditionally been an epicenter for identity and caste-based politics, and the opposition Mahagathbandhan, MGB, did attempt to infuse its poll agenda with a similar narrative, in order to capitalize on the conventional political undercurrents. However, with a major vote and seat swing away from MGB, it is clear that Bihar's electorate is aligning its aspirations toward an economically progressive model and yearns to reap the benefits from the development and economic growth model that a double-engine governance setup offers, said Motilal Oswal analysts. What does the NDA, JDU and BJP win in Bihar means for the stock markets? Analysts believe the result reaffirms the NDA's dominance in Indian politics and should provide a sentiment boost to equities. The results, they said, underscore continuity in the central government's ability to stay on course with its resolute policy-making stance and provide flexibility to attune policies in line with the economic needs of the hour, aiding risk assets. As per Motilal Oswal Financial Services, the Bihar Assembly results 2025 carry some tectonic socio-economic and political repercussions for its population and economy, which will play out in the long term. In the short term, the market will see it as a good policy and sentiment booster, affording the ruling NDA coalition to operate with greater freedom and flexibility to carry out growth-positive agendas, it said in a report. The result, the brokerage said, further strengthens the double-engine governance narrative, where both the center and respective state governments, being part of NDA, would work in tandem and not at cross purposes, which tends to be growth positive. Those at JM Financial expect the markets to react positively to the victory, considering that it will add stability to the coalition at the center. What Bihar election results 2025 mean for Indian economy? According to market pundits, a clean sweep by the NDA in Bihar highlights that the freebie economics is still relevant as an electoral strategy. Despite Bihar already facing considerable fiscal pressure, the major populist schemes announced pre-elections amount to nearly 40,000 crore rupees, or 4% of the state's GDP for FY26, which is more than the state's capex outlay, estimates AMK Global Financial Services. With even good states like Maharashtra and Odisha catching the freebie bug and seeing their fiscal positions worsen, Bihar is just one more state in an increasingly popular trend, with elections in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and West Bengal in the next year. This race to the bottom will continue, the brokerage noted. As a result, the 3% fiscal deficit to GDP ratio ceiling for states is now the floor, with freebies adding to existing fiscal pressure, it added. The brokerage's calculations suggest that Maharashtra's FD GDP rose by 40 bits per second in the last year after the Ladki Bahini scheme was introduced, while Odisha's rose by 100 bits per second, with its FY26 budgeted FD GDP now over 3%. The same was 1.7% in FY24. Bihar's fiscal position is far more dire. Its FD GDP was 6% in FY25, and it has budgeted 3% for FY26 on the back of a scarcely believable 22% nominal GDP growth assumption. Data until August for FY26, however, shows that its fiscal deficit is already 27% higher than the full year figure, AIMK Global noted. Bihar, it added, does not have a lot of own tax revenue. Central transfers, tax devolution plus grants, comprised over 70% of its total revenue in FY25B, and so the rising fiscal burden of these schemes will cause further strain on its already stretched fiscal position, even as the center may finance its deficit via loans.
To get more awesome videos, like and subscribe this video.